All right. I was going to shave my head so I looked all pretty, but I can't even do that, man. I'm so vexed by this, right? I don't give a shit about like the pro scene really when it comes to any sort of game. I appreciate that they're there, but I don't actually care, right? Because I think that for a long time we have seen esports negatively affect gaming, right? To a degree, I guess depending on the genre, maybe. But the problem is though, is that we found that like developers will, curate their game in the grand hope that their title will eventually show up on a stage somewhere, that all 500 people that attend the event will go, yay, it's here. Right, I'm being facetious when I say that, but you know what I'm saying, right? But no, for the people out there that have no idea about humor, this is for you. Anyway, this is by Shirai Ryu TV. It says, congrats to online KL213. Oh, okay. For being the 5th player to qualify for SRS Season 5's finale. Congrats to all of top 8 as well from SRS Season 5, Week 5. Right, you got a whole bunch of people's names there. What do you notice? Five out of the top 8, right, are Homelander. 6 out of the top 8 are DLC characters. Now, I don't know if this has been a thing in the past because, again, I don't give a shit about esports. I just don't, right? Never bothered to care for it, never followed it. I just don't care, right? Watching a bunch of nerds beat each other up and going, yay, look at my jangly medals because I'm a bigger nerd than you, doesn't really do it for me. I just don't give a fuck, right? I just don't care, right? What I do care about is the fact that, is this a pay-to-win game now, right? Now, they could very well nerf Homelander, sure. Maybe even Takeda, I don't know. I don't even know if Takeda's had any nerfs, so I don't know. Again, I just don't care. Like, I just don't care, right? Because at the end of the day, the only time that people are complaining about these sorts of things is because they're playing online and they're trying to either stroke their ego or look like a tough guy in front of their girlfriend. She's not your girlfriend, that's your mate, right? That's your boyfriend, all right? Just calm down, right? So, this is, like, we're going to read the comments in a sec, but this is one of the reasons why, one of the many reasons why, I've got another video coming up talking about, how people basically just want all guest characters. This is the Mortal Kombat you have curated, Ed Boon. This is the Mortal Kombat that you and NRS and Warner Brothers have curated for the last 10 years, give or take, right? And I will state, as I've stated before, it all started with Freddy having a guest character in there in MK9, right? And I usually never say Kratos because Kratos was exclusive just to PS3, right? But technically, Freddy was the first guest character that was across all the games, regardless of whether you had Kratos or not, right? I'm surprised nobody's modded Kratos in yet, actually. I'll have to check. I'm sure somebody would have done it by now. Anyway, so this bugs me because, like, this is exactly the audience they've gone after. They are trying to turn McDonald's into some sort of like, oh, but look at these wonderful surprises we have when you buy this game. You got characters nobody gave a shit about, right? Oh, they give a shit about them, all right? They give a shit about them when they're winning, right? Ice cream, yeah, pretty much. Some of it's just shit. And also a lot of Homelander emojis. Right, I'm crying going through these quotes. Amazing. They really put Homelander on my card. You played Rain and Lou on the stream, but first set on stream was Homelander. Could have been any of the three, to be honest. That must have been one of the people. Am I the only one who loves Homelander and wants him to be top one forever? Like, bro, it's the Homelander. He's not like the rest of them. It's a fucking Mortal Kombat game. This is like trying to explain to an OnlyFans girl that you're a whore. Right? I just work. No, you're a whore. That's it. Right? If you got to open them for a buck, there's a word for that. Where's the ratings at? Look at all them Homelanders. Only 5. Yeah, only 5. But as I pointed out, right, 6. I mean, only 5. It's only over half of the top 8. Not to mention the fact that you've got another guest character. Not another guest character. Another combat pack character, sorry. Right? Got to be clear here. Maybe I fucked up in the beginning. I can't remember. I just woke up and I'm doing this. Right? So you got top 5 as a guest character. And another one is a DLC character. Right? Just so we're clear. I was playing Combat League with low zero as usual and ran into him, blah, 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 no one cares. The real number 1 there is, he's the only one that's using a top tier, no one cares. Too many cicadas in the top 8, that man needs a nerf. I think they're being funny. Maybe. Why is no one playing Homelander? Everyone is hopping on Takeda. Nerf that character. Very balanced character. I need that one image where just 6 Leroys in top 8. Yeah, now I've seen this before. Like, I think it happened with Tekken. Was it Tekken 7? Was it Tekken 7 that had the same sort of thing? Right? You have to ask questions. I'm sorry, but you have to ask questions. If a DLC character, right? If a DLC character is a character that, you know, obviously you have to pay for. I mean, some DLC is free, but let's be honest here. We're paying for this shit, right? So, if you have to pay for a character and that character then dominates in online tournaments, is that not considered pay to win? Juju, that's funny. Damn, that's a lot of Homelanders. Better nerf Sub-Zero to be sure. Why can't they... Look, the only thing that bothers me with Sub-Zero is the fact that his freeze ball's so slow. Like, it's got the biggest wind-up. It's like an elephant throwing it. Just fucking speed it up. Anyway, this is so shameless. That's why I barely watch online tournaments anymore. Weeks of dedication just to watch Homelander versus Homelander in the grand finals. Not to mention 8,000 Farahs. Well, if that's true with Farah, then Farah is a DLC character as well. See where I'm going with this? Like... all the Homelanders be like, yeah. This is fine. It's fine. The only people who play this game are those who compete. Yeah, pretty much. This is what I'm talking about. Like you get, like I covered in a video the other day. You know, only pros like want fucking, you know, PC people to be cut out of Combat League and online tournament. We all paid for the fucking game, bro. We all paid for it. You didn't get some special edition that allows you to have precedence over everyone else. This is why the strongest and the only position that will ever matter is the position of being a customer. Because we all paid for it. And you have every right to speak up on it and call out shit. Right? But thankfully for my mental health, I don't play online anymore with MK1. Because it is garbage. You can delete that shit from my game. I don't care. Right? Towers of Time is perfectly fine for me. Right? That's enough for me. Okay? But this is just straight up, like, this is just a joke, man. It's a DLC character, and not just a DLC character, a guest character, right? So it affronts me on two there. One, it's a guest character, as we all know. I'm not a big fan, of course, because this could have been another Mortal Kombat character, right? 2, you got to pay for it. Now, somebody can let me know. I'm pretty sure you can't, but I don't think you can lab against these characters either. So if you don't own the combat pack, right, then you can't lab against them. Now you get people there, oh, it's been a whole year, you should have bought it. Well, shut the fuck up. Don't tell people what to do with their money. If somebody doesn't think that the combat pack is worth the money, but they still want to go out there and compete, what, then they got to pay extra to do that? That kind of rubs me the wrong way, right? You should at the very least be able to go into training and practice against DLC characters. At the very least. Again, I don't know if you can, but let me know, right? But this is the audience. This is the modern audience for Mortal Kombat. This is what they're all about, right? Mortal Kombat never should have been made into an esports. It never should have been curated into an esports. It should have been stuck out of esports completely and just be left as a fun party fighting game that if it got showed up at an esports tournament, then people can just have some fun with it, right? But it is obviously clear that that thing that sits on the couch and anyone else that's involved when it comes to the fighting mechanics of this game are purely and doing it in a complete and utter 100% bias for esports and esports only. They don't care about the rest of the people, right? They might patch some stuff, because I know the only pros, they don't listen to us. Well, there's some videos talking about that on this channel as well, so shut the fuck up, right? We absolutely know that. We've had one of your boys come out and admit that they listen to Sonic Fox. One is more than none, and as far as I'm concerned, that is more than enough. For someone that is not even employed at NetherRealm, getting a sway and influence on the state of the game, right? Not the average consumer and customer. That's what bothers me, right? Anyway, catch you next time. Oh, by the way, right? I want to know, before we finish this video, how many of you are still playing Mortal Kombat 1 online? Because I recently did a video, right? I recently did a video showcasing, right, the fact that MK11 is still kicking ass. And I want to know from you guys if you're still playing it, right? Because I know a lot of people have moved over to Towers of Time because it's a much better game mode, or much better sort of enjoyment to do something in the game, right? But I want to know from you guys who's still playing this trash online, right? Just over a year now, and the game is just down the shitter, right? Anyway, catch you next time.